Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has become a polarizing figure, often critiqued for his stance on vaccines. However, his leadership represents an unparalleled opportunity to address a critical but often overlooked public health crisis: the dangers of wireless radiation from cell phones, Wi-Fi, and other modern technologies. As HHS Secretary, Kennedy can use his platform to revive essential research, update outdated safety guidelines, and prioritize public health over corporate interests. This article will explore Kennedy's unique qualifications, his legal victories, and why his focus on transparency and evidence-based policies is vital for safeguarding the future of public health. The HHS oversees federal efforts to protect public health, including funding scientific research, setting safety standards, and coordinating with other agencies. Under Kennedy's leadership, the HHS could restore funding for the National Toxicology Program, NTP. Critical RF radiation research was halted after producing clear evidence of carcinogenic risks. Restarting this program is essential for developing protective regulations. Collaborate with the FCC and EPA. HHS can push for updated safety standards that reflect current scientific understanding of RF radiation risks, including its non-thermal biological effects. Educate the public. HHS can lead awareness campaigns to inform people about wireless radiation risks and strategies to minimize exposure. Kennedy's victory in the Environmental Health Trust et al. v. FCC lawsuit in 2021 exemplifies his commitment to public health. The court ruled that the FCC had ignored scientific evidence about non-thermal risks of RF radiation, forcing the agency to revisit its guidelines. This win highlights Kennedy's ability to challenge regulatory capture and advocate for evidence-based policies. The FCC's safety standards, established in 1996, only address thermal effects of RF radiation, ignoring thousands of studies showing non-thermal biological effects like DNA damage, oxidative stress, and neurological harm. These guidelines are based on decades-old assumptions and fail to account for modern wireless technology's pervasive presence. Scientific evidence of non-thermal effects. The National Toxicology Program, NTP study found clear evidence of brain cancer, known as gliomas, and heart tumors, called schwannomas, in rats exposed to RF radiation at levels similar to cell phone usage. The Ramazzini Institute study reinforced NTP findings, showing increased tumor risks at lower radiation levels comparable to cell tower exposure. Recent research on genetic profiling of tumors found morphological similarities between rat tumors from RF exposure and human gliomas, providing a direct link between animal and human health risks. Restarting the NTP's work. The Biden-Harris administration halted critical NTP research despite its groundbreaking findings. Kennedy's leadership could restore this program, ensuring continued investigation into RF radiation's health impacts, particularly its links to cancer, reproductive harm, and developmental disorders. Expanding research priorities. Under Kennedy, the HHS could fund additional studies on children's vulnerability. With thinner skulls and developing nervous systems, children are particularly at risk from wireless radiation. Cumulative effects. Investigating how prolonged, low-level exposure to RF radiation affects long-term health. Bioelectric disruption. Exploring how RF radiation impacts cellular communication and gene expression, potentially contributing to disorders like ADHD and autism. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s leadership as HHS Secretary could mark a turning point in public health policy. His commitment to transparency, evidence-based decision-making, and challenging corporate influence makes him uniquely qualified to address the overlooked dangers of wireless radiation. By reinstating NTP research, advocating for updated safety standards, and raising public awareness, Kennedy can protect millions from the hidden harms of RF radiation. It's time to move beyond partisan debates and focus on the scientific truth. RF radiation is a public health crisis that demands immediate action, and Kennedy is the right person to lead the charge. Visit RF Safe to learn more.